Good morning, everybody. I want to welcome all of my friends on Facebook that are watching this live broadcast, as well as my friends on LinkedIn, and certainly all of my subscribers to my YouTube channel. I also want to welcome all of my students that are participating in this Zoom session. So let me take a look and see. Take a look and see who's here. Okay. So here's the bottom line. Last night, I went into some detail about these changes that are taking place. Facebook made a major change maybe in October, November. And in January, I urged people, I started playing around with it. It looked good. And after 60 days, I realized it is not good. You actually lose a lot of the benefits of that update. So we're going to talk a little bit about that. And tonight at 9 o'clock, my Money Making Monday training, we're going to give you additional information, but the best way to get the intimate details of what's working is to join me in my March boot camp that's just started. Now, Facebook and LinkedIn are changing things. They're adding new features, and some of these changes are absolutely terrific, and some of them are horrible. And the truth is, whether you like it or not, it is what it is. So in boot camp, we're going to show you how to make the best of what they're doing so you can increase dramatically your exposure and the number of people that you talk to. We're going to lay it all out for you. And James, I'm still looking to have lunch with you on Thursday. My only issue is the following week, I've got a major move. So I just have to say, I'm waiting for some appointments to be confirmed, and I should be able to let you know by the end of the day. So we have a number of folks that are here from boot camp. I have a number of my coaching students here. So this is an opportunity to get some of your questions answered. Now, the thing is, there is power, real power, when things change, especially when you know about them early. And posting is a major factor in the way you are going to communicate with people. And there are changes to the way you're going to be able to post. There are new posting opportunities that take place in March that are unique to March. Just like there are posting opportunities that are going to be unique to April. So between the changes, the new opportunities, every boot camp that we conduct is totally different. Now, posting GIFs, posting moving images, motivating moving images has proven to be 10 times more effective than posting static images. But there are some times when posting a static image is all you have. And that as well can be very, very effective. You want to be posting things that would resonate with the people that you're talking to. Nothing, absolutely nothing beats trying to build your business on Facebook, trying to build your business on LinkedIn. This is a learning process. So there are new videos and texting tactics that will help you produce immediate results. People will react, people will respond to things that you do. And everybody that uses them loves them. One of the new features that will help you talk to more prospects and follow up with them more effectively is a new feature called celebrations. And we also brought to everybody's attention, LinkedIn has a dark mode like Facebook has a dark mode. So to save your eyesight, you can change your settings and do everything on Facebook and LinkedIn now in dark mode. And we made an extremely valuable new discovery working with one of our boot camp and coaching students about LinkedIn. We frankly discovered and played around with it, how to use LinkedIn for free. You're going to love it. Now, new LinkedIn features make it easier to build your business. There are now 920 million professional users. 10 million professionals with large circles of influence joined last month. Listen, that's called a clue. There's absolutely no reason why you can't be talking to 10, 15 people every day. LinkedIn is also changing and adjusting the searching features, adjusting the number of people you can connect with. So even though you can use it for free, LinkedIn is putting limitations on searches. And I want to thank Jackie for bringing it to our attention. And it's different for everybody. So let me just take a look in the chat window and see what we've got. So James has a conversation. Jill has a conversation. And Bunny has a conversation. So we're going to demonstrate exactly how this process works. All right. So let me pop out of this screen, come over here. And what you're absolutely going to love about LinkedIn is what you can do with searches. Okay. It's absolutely amazing what you're going to be able to do. And speaking about that, last night, we heard from Francisco, who last month added over 80,000 people to his team in 1 month, doing exactly the things that all of you are learning to do. The thing that you're going to love about celebrations, it's going to enable you to see who's having a birthday. You know, we started talking about birthdays maybe a year after I started teaching this 27 years ago. The birthday strategy has absolutely come to LinkedIn. It was only maybe 7 years ago that LinkedIn even added Ben Wardlaw's having a birthday. Wow. You know, this reminds you of people that maybe you haven't talked to in years. In years. This is a feature you're going to absolutely love. But at the end of the day, it's going to come down to conversation. What are you saying to people? So first, we're going to jump into Jill's account. All right, we're going to pop up here to our message area. And Jill is talking to Laura. Okay, so you are talking to somebody who's an entrepreneur, and we're looking for a need. And she's got an anniversary. All right. And she's been doing this for 5 years. Whoops, 5 years? No, 1 year and 5 months. Part-time professor. All right. So I'm going to come over here and I'm going to look at the message. Okay. Now, without meaning to be harsh, right? During these sessions, if I don't see an obvious need, don't ask me to help you. Okay. You want to save this for our coaching session? We'll talk about it in our coaching session. But I am not going to waste everybody's time looking at conversations where I don't see a clear and obvious need. All right. So let's come back and look. And frankly, you shouldn't be talking to anybody that doesn't have a clear and obvious need. There are 920 million professionals on LinkedIn. So let's take a look at Karen. Think about this for just a minute. If I put you in a room with 100 people and I told you that there are going to be 8 people in the room that are eager to make a change, looking for their next opportunity. And they were all wearing green shirts, right? Everybody else in that room, we don't know anything about them. But those 8 people, you do. And I put you in that room for an hour. Why would you talk to anybody that's not wearing a green shirt? So let's look at Karen. Looking for a new adventure in life and in my career. Do you have any idea how many people on LinkedIn are looking for a new adventure, are looking for something to do that's new? Why would you talk to anybody? I bring up that candy bowl of M&Ms. The question is, this bowl that you could reach into any time, why would you be reaching out to somebody where you have an overabundance of people that you could work with and you could help? Now, so let's look at what she does. Case manager, nurse paralegal. Well, the first thing you obviously want to know about somebody is what do they do? According to that, she hasn't been working a private sitter. What has she been doing since she stopped doing that? Okay, so you reached out to the beginning of March. Have not worked in a while. And this is what happens when you're using gifts that you get from LinkedIn. You need to be downloading your own. You say, I haven't worked for a while. So you're asking her why. Okay. Now I have to tell you, I'm reading all of this. I'm reading all of this and I'm asking myself, listen, I know this woman's got a lot of problems. Okay. Got a lot of problems. Let me unmute Bunny for a minute.
Good morning, Max.
Good morning. So I'm reading this and I'm saying to myself, oh my God, this woman is really dealing with a lot of issues. Now I know, you know, with your background and everything else, you're compassionate and you'd like to help people. And certainly we'd like to reach out. But look at all the stuff she's telling you.
I wanted to, I thought the best thing is to just move on.
Absolutely.
But let me bring it up to you first before I.
No. Listen, by now, by now, you're thinking like I think. Okay. So don't be afraid. Your little voice is going to tell you. Okay. And you know, wow.
Yes.
Unbelievable. TMI, too much information for me. And I want you to think about this. What are we accomplishing here? You're reaching out to people based on your perception of who these people are.
Yes.
We're clearly looking for somebody that's got a need. And there are going to be a lot of people that you're going to connect with on LinkedIn where you have a need, obvious need. But then when you look at their background, there's not a fit. There's no synergy between what they do.
Now
Or
this, I'm sorry to cut you off.
uh-huh.
This lady, I don't know how I mumbled up two chats that I was sending to people to her, and I didn't know how to get back.
Okay.
The last paragraph was for someone else. I guess I had too many pages on, and I didn't realize it until I was going back to see, if she's seen my text, my chat, and then I saw that. I'm like, oh my gosh.
Well, you see, and this is something that you need to be sensitive to, is when you're in this texting mode back and forth, you think your cursor's right there. Okay. But if while you're thinking and resolving things in your mind, what am I going to do? What am I going to say? If somebody else responds to you or looks at what you sent them, you don't realize it, but now this little cursor here has been awakened with the other person's account. Okay. So the way to, so basically what you can do, and I'm going to give you a classic example. You can go back and say, oh my God, somehow the last message, the last part of the message that I sent to you was really meant for somebody else. Because here I also have a successful real estate business, and the message that you didn't get was a question. And
because she asked me what I do.
I'm sorry, what?
She asked me what I do, but I didn't want, the last paragraph was for someone else.
Right. So all you have to do is go back and tell her, hey, I'm sorry. The last paragraph was for somebody else. To answer your question, I answered your question as far as what I do. And my question to you was, and then, ask her
A question.
Yeah, ask her the appropriate question. Now, clearly, again, see, she's worked for government for 6 years. And, so she's worked with people. Social workers make great network marketers. They really do. So that's all. Just go back and, in fact, I'm going to give you all an example of a conversation that working with one of my coaching students we had that will knock your socks off. Because this was one of those things where
Thank you.
you're welcome. This is one of those examples So let's go over here. And James is in the process of talking to somebody that he thinks could be a whale. All right, so what does he do? Highly accomplished professional with experience, with expertise in floor and space planning, layout development to achieve operational efficiency. So I am not seeing a lot of connection between what he's been doing. I'm not seeing the easy fit. Okay, so he worked at Bed Bath and Beyond. Again, store manager. Well, it's possible. Training, coaching new managers. Okay, yeah, you're right. He could be. He could be. So "23 years. 23 years could absolutely be could be a prospect. And so what you're going to have to do is this is going to be a step-by-step process of learning more about him. Now, according to this, he stopped working in February. So after 23 years, he's actively been pursuing his next career adventure. Okay, so what you can do well, number one, there's a process for him. And so one of the first things that you want to do is all right, well, here it's simple. You hit him with the image about dreams, and the first part of that response, and then you want to ask him a question. Or because he just did this today. Oh, he's active right now. So we go over here. Let's take one. Yeah, let's take this one. Now, pop that in there. And then let's come over here. No, he's trying to sell you something. So basically what you're going to do, send him that. And then I typically send motivating messages to my friends. And again, looking at his, I will adapt. Okay, so change is inevitable. Now, we're not going to ask him a question. He's not really, if you stop and think about it, he's not really. Well, it's too soon. He has no clue as to what he's going to do. I have not been through this process in over 20 years. I will adapt. Now, see if I can do this. I'm not sure I can. Now, last week, oh, do this. Let me move this out of the way. Can you all see the screen all right? Okay, let me get this out of the way. Okay. So Scott is one of my coaching students, and he was talking to somebody named Enrique. And so this is something we're going to put in the update the scripts book with. How to explain network marketing to someone that, based on their personal experience, tell you it's not really something that I personally see myself doing. So Scott's in black and Enrique is in blue. So Enrique wants to know what Scott does. And he says, well, I've been fortunate enough to find a vehicle that allows me to do both, which has been a ton of fun and continues to inspire me. What is your experience with network marketing? Now, he's talking to somebody that doesn't have a need. I mean, the guy is on top of his game. He's working for a company. He loves what he does. Okay. So he writes back, thank you so much for sharing that. That's inspiring. I've had some experience with people that partner with Amway, Maluka, Transamerica, and WFG, World Financial Group. Do you currently use any of these as your vehicle? Scott mentioned vehicle. Enrique wants to know what his vehicle is. Not any of those. I'm currently partnered with LifeVantage. Have you heard of the company? And this is the mistake he's making. See, you want to keep the conversation focused on the person you're talking to. So you answer the question, not at all. Then ask him another question, but he doesn't do that. Instead, have you heard of the company? And no, I'm not familiar with LifeVantage. What kind of company is it? This is predictable. Now, what he should have said was it's a health and wellness company, and then gone back to talking to Enrique. But what Scott does is he goes on and he tells them the company focuses on the main product is activating the body to produce the things it needs to fight oxidative state of stress, blah, 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 blah. Here's a video. Check out the business. And Enrique was, nice, that's awesome, both for the product and for the comp increase. And then Scott goes, agreed, pretty exciting times. So you said you had some experience with people in several different network marketing companies. Have you been involved with a network marketing company in the past as a distributor or consultant? And I have not. I have attended some conferences and have had meetings with people that work with network marketing companies. I've been impressed by some that focus on mentorship and culture development. My personal takeaway from those experiences is that it's not really something I personally see myself doing. So, and then he goes on, there's a saying that network marketing is a personal development program wrapped up in a compensation plan. Things change and all companies are definitely not created equal. Again, he's talking about his business. As a retired Army Lieutenant Colonel, mentorship, team building, and building a great culture are the cornerstones of how I conduct business. The culture of this company is one of the main things that attracted me to this company. Would you be open to exploring what we do so that you have the information that you need to make an educated decision? Again, he's talking to someone that doesn't have the need. So I jumped into Scott's account and we sent the little emoji here. Oh my God, I can't believe that I sent you a message that was meant for someone else and sent them a message meant for you. LOL. Sometimes I'm obviously talking to too many people at the same time. The message meant for you was this. I have to say that it's no wonder that LinkedIn suggested that we connect, because I didn't realize how much we had in common until I read the details of your profile. Like you, my passions are helping others to develop themselves to be the best that they can be and become leaders too. I wasn't surprised about your personal takeaway. We're using his words from your experiences about network marketing in your last message. I've experienced the same things. Sat through many old school MLM presentations, heard what you heard, and decided many years ago that it wasn't for me either. We're using the feel, felt, found strategy. So when somebody tells you that, you have to stop trying to sell and become an ambassador for the network marketing business model, which is what we're doing here. I was wrong. Thanks to social networks, you don't have to chase your family and friends, chase people at the mall, invite people to meetings, do home presentations, buy leads, or advertise for prospects, because we know what he was going through, So we have to show him that things have changed. It wasn't until a good friend showed me that to be very successful in network marketing is not about selling or doing to prospects what was done to you or me. It's about teaching, training, and helping people change their lives. To be successful in network marketing requires three things. One, you have to be passionate about the products being sold and the company that makes them. Passionate to the point that you tell people about them even if you weren't getting paid to do it. Two, you have to be working with someone that is very successful and is devoted to helping you learn the business and build your team. Third, You must have good online tools about the company and products so everyone in your team can be successful too. Having the skill to develop successful teams while helping others improve and develop into leaders is what most companies are looking for from their managers or trainers, which is his skill. And as you know, in the business world, things can change. One day you're employed and the next day you're looking for your next management role. As one example, managers that work for Bed Bath & Beyond for 17 years are now out of work and looking for their next job. Today, you're leading a team in a growing company and making the owners of the company rich while you earn your salary and bonuses. One day in the future, after working for a number of companies, you'll come to the natural conclusion that it's time to make yourself rich and help others become rich too in their own business. When that time comes, I hope you'll give network marketing another look and find a company that you can be passionate about. Or if when that time ever comes, I hope you'll reach out to me because I know that you'd enjoy working with me and I would enjoy working with you. Let's stay in touch. And so the guy writes back, he says, no worries about the message mix-up, haha. I completely understand. I have to say, I can connect more with your refreshing take on network marketing and your emphasis on leadership and development than I have with all my prior experiences. Because everybody that is talking to him, and of course, there's no obvious need in his profile, but throughout his career, everyone that's ever talked to him about network marketing, inviting him to a meeting, push, 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 push. I'll certainly keep you in mind and would love to stay in touch. Then we start working on other people. Now, move this over here. Move this over here. Okay, so here's the deal, folks. If you're not registered yet for boot camp, I'm holding reservations open. You can go to maxleinart.com/bootcamp. However, tomorrow night is our second session of boot camp, and Wednesday, I am shutting down registration for our March boot camp, and I'll be opening up registration for our April boot camp. All sessions are recorded. They start at 9 o'clock East Coast time. We also sent out a message to those of you who are students but haven't registered yet for boot camp, that if you go to maxleinart.com/2-FUR, you could actually register for 2 boot camps for less than the price of 1. So you want to keep your eye open for that. Whoops. So use the promo code double. maxleinart.com/2-FUR. Use the promo code double. And you'll pay $59 for each boot camp. And finally, for those of you that have aspirations to become leaders in your company, there's our 90-day boot camp challenge. So go to maxleinart.com/90-day challenge. All right, now what we're going to do is, we're going to make Scott's conversation, the case study, we're going to make it available to everybody in boot camp. And we'll be sending it over to our coaching students as well. So I'm going to put in the chat first the link to our session tonight. And bring your friends, bring your team members. Here's the link to register for boot camp. The link for the twofer. And here's the link for the 90-day challenge. I will be back at 4 o'clock this afternoon, but you don't want to miss the special broadcast tonight at 9. Until next time. Best of luck in building your business. God bless. And remember this. There's nothing to stop you from talking to great prospects every single day. Every day.